and welcome to this week's Algerian Football Show. I hope you're all doing good. The Algerian Football Show comes to you in English every Sunday night when Algeria aren't playing. And now obviously we have the big news of the latest Algeria squad for the upcoming games home and away against Niger. I've already done a video about that. If you want to watch and discuss more about the latest Algeria squad, you can watch that video. Today we've got some more news. We're going to talk about some updates to the Algeria squad, as well as some of the performances across Algerian players in Europe this weekend. So, Belmadi picked his squad, and we talked about the decision to pick a lot of injured players in the squad. That's already started to come back to bite Belmadi. We've had Adam Ounas has withdrawn from the squad. Now, this is a player who's not really started any games for Napoli. He's been coming off the bench a few times. Obviously, Rachid Gazelle was injured. That's why Adam Ounas was the man to come in. Adam Ounas not in action with Napoli today, and he has withdrawn from the squad through injury. That begs the question, surely if there were no problems behind the scenes, then Jamal Belmadi would pick Andy Delors to replace Ounas. Andy Delors has not been picked as the replacement for Adam Ounas, which again intensifies what the hell is going on behind the scenes. Why isn't Andy Delors here? He's got the footballing ability. This can't be about football. This is nothing to do with football, because he has been one of the most talented Algerians in Europe so far this season. This is not a footballing decision. So instead, we've got two players drafted in to the Algeria squad. The first one I can't believe he's been picked over Delors. Now, Mohamed Amoura, playing in Switzerland for Lugano. Actually, Amoura got his first goal of the season this weekend. He came off the bench to score for Lugano in the Swiss League, so well done to him. Now, I've got nothing against Amoura. All of our strikers are quite old. You know, Delors, what, 29, Boulaya and Slimani's in his 30s. We need some young strikers, and Amoura could be that guy. Of course, Amoura can play on the wing as well. So Amoura's only 21 years of age and hopefully got a lot of potential. We need to see what he does in the Swiss League this season. He scored 4 goals for the Algeria local team under Majid Bouguera. 4 goals in a game is impressive no matter what level you're playing at. So now let's see how Amoura does with the main national team. This will be a good experience for him. Now, to pick Amoura over Delors is going to raise a lot of eyebrows with Belmadi. Now, you know you can't cross Belmadi. Remember his treatment of Kebbal and Amoura playing video games before the last AFCON, and he sent Kebbal home, and then he actually picked Delors, ironically, to replace him. Now, Delors is not in the squad. Now, this has nothing to do with football. I've tried to make some inquiries. I heard one rumour that Delors posted some stuff on Instagram about not being happy about not being picked against Djibouti and stuff like that. I don't know if that's true. Something's gone on behind the scenes. Unfortunately, it's not good, because one of our best players, he is one of our best players, he's up front for Nice, scored 4 goals in Ligue 1 this season and 2 assists. He wouldn't be picked if 100 players were picked. It's nothing to do with football. This is off-the-field incidents, and I hope it's nothing silly like arguments about playing time and stuff like that. You have to respect the manager and his decisions, and Delors probably feels like he does deserve more game time. But anyway, to pick Amoura over Delors is criminal. That's no disrespect to Amoura, because he is a good young talent with a lot of potential, and I'm excited to see what Amoura can do. The other player picked to replace Ounas, 2 players picked, very exciting stuff. We've spoken on the show about this player before, Ilan Kebbal. Now, Kebbal, very exciting talent. Thierry Henry has raved about him. He's playing in Ligue 1 this season. I think he just got promoted. It's his first season in Ligue 1. Kebbal is a very good player. He can play in midfield, attacking midfield. He can play in wide areas. He's quite short, low centre of gravity, drop of the shoulder. The way he can dribble past players. A really exciting player. One of those players that every time he picks up the ball, he gets you excited with what he's going to do. Now, Kebbal is a player that has lit up Ligue 1 this season with a lot of high praise from a lot of pundits. And now he's got his first call-up from Jamal Belmadi, which again begs the question, why wasn't he in the main squad when it was first announced? Surely just pick him straight away. Are you seriously saying that Adam Ounas should be ahead of Kebbal? But anyway, the fact of the matter is, we've got Mohamed Amoura in the squad, and we've got Ilan Kebbal. We've got a new player, two potential debuts there, Amoura and Kebbal. Let's see what Kebbal can do. I'm very excited. I'd throw him in against Niger. Just the home game against Niger is the easier one. The away one we've got to take care of properly. Let's see what Kebbal can do. I'm really excited about this player. I'm always excited when we have new players. Of course, that's the whole point of trying them out, because some might work out and some might not. And again, another young player This squad needs younger players. It's a very old squad. We're still relying on the likes of Sofiane Feghouli, and I do think Feghouli now becomes a right wing option, and don't be surprised if you see Feghouli playing on the right wing in either of these two games against Niger, because that is his natural position, and we haven't got many out and out right wingers to play in that position with Gazelle and Ounas injured. But two attacking players that we haven't seen in the Algerian national team, the main national team before. Amoura comes in and Kebbal comes in. Let me know. I think getting Kebbal is a brilliant decision, and I'm going to praise Belmadi for making that happen, because getting French-born talent is important, particularly for World Cups. And Kebbal is a very good player with so much potential, and he's playing in Reims in France. When you put players like Mahrez and Boulaya and Benrahma around him, think about how much better that's going to make him. So Kebbal and Amoura in the squad, two new additions to the Algeria squad, so very excited. Elsewhere in Europe, not many goals from the Algerian players this weekend. One player that did score his first of the season, a player not in the squad, Farid Boulaya. Now, Boulaya has had his injury problems. He tried to leave Metz this season. He couldn't get a move away from the club, unfortunately. Good to see him on the score sheet. He's been involved in Belmadi's squads before. He scored under Belmadi, so a good player, not in the squad this time. I don't think he was fully fit to be in this squad. Now, when it comes to AFCON, 23 players Belmadi can take, only 23 players go to the AFCON. So this current squad we've got now is about 30 players for these two games. Boulaya is a player, he's not in the squad, and he's not outside the squad. He's in the middle. He's a maybe. And these next few months are going to determine whether Boulaya goes to AFCON or not. He's an option. If we play with an attacking midfielder, maybe with a Benrahma in there. I know Feghouli's played in there. Kebbal is now coming in there. There's a lot of competition. You've got Kebbal and Zerkane and Boulaya probably fighting for one position, really, because we might not even use an attacking midfielder in some of the big games. So it's going to be very interesting to see what 23 players Belmadi takes to AFCON. Very excited, of course, to see how that pans out. Boulaya is one. He's got to fight for his place. There's players like Mahrez and Boulaya and Bounedjah and Benrahma. You know they're on the plane to Cameroon. Then you've got players like Boulaya, who have got to fight for their place. Mediso Kane, Medioub. These players are fighting for their spot. So these are the ones that have really got to make sure they're on it at club level. And Boulaya got his first goal. That's good. I think Metz still lost the game. But if he gets back in the starting lineup, he's going to give Belmadi a big decision to make. And I think Boulaya is a good addition to our squad. So good to see him. Of course, in the Premier League, Benrahma, he had a couple of chances for West Ham against Brentford, against his old club. They lost in the last minute, which was very annoying. Riyad Mahrez didn't even feature against Liverpool. Mahrez has started one Premier League game. One Premier League game. Now, Mahrez would walk into any Premier League starting lineup outside of Man City, I think. He'd walk into any Premier League lineup. One start for Mahrez in the Premier League this season. That's awful. Now, I'm not going to, you know, Pep Guardiola's got like 25 players he can pick from, but you've got to question Mahrez's decision to go there and sit on the bench. Like, he's obviously getting a very good wage. You've got to think about whether he would sacrifice lower wages to go and play every week somewhere else. There's lots of clubs in the Premier League that, you know, if imagine Mahrez at a club like Arsenal, he'd be like the main player there. He'd start every week. Obviously, he's gone to Man City. What is it? Big money there. Doesn't mind sitting on the bench, but one start for him is not good. And now we need him fit to play against Niger twice in a few days. So it's affecting our players' fitness levels. After this international break, we need Mahrez playing regular football. We need to keep him fit. Because against Burkina Faso, he didn't look fit. It's shocking that he started one game. It's not ideal. I'm sure it's not ideal for Belmadi either. We want to see him in the Premier League and he's sitting on the bench. But anyway, who knows what's going to happen with that. One player did score in the Premier League this weekend, Michael Olise. Now, the player's got an Algerian mother, a Nigerian father. Now, back in March, Nigeria were very set on getting Michael Olise, and it looked like a done deal. It looked like Olise was getting ready to play for Nigeria. Now, I've heard rumours that Olise's agent has approached Algeria, and that Olise is interested in playing for Algeria, the country of his mother. Now, he can play for England and France as well. I can't see him getting into either of those two sides respectively. The one thing the Algerian national team lacks is pace. We've got everything. We've got the heading ability, we've got the dribbling, we've got the free kicks, we've got the movement, the passing, the warriors. We don't have pace. And you look at other teams and the amount of pace they've got, particularly in African football. You've got Senegal, you know, Mane and Sarr running down the wing. A lot of these teams have pace. We don't have pace. We've got good dribblers, but no pace. If you stick Olise in our team, we've got it all. He would be a massive addition. His pace, stretching teams on the counter-attack, would be fantastic. Now, he's come off the bench for Crystal Palace. He scored the equaliser against Leicester, his first Premier League goal. If we're starting to get the likes of Kebbal involved, we might start putting the pieces together. Can we get Michael Olise to play for us? We spoke about it a few weeks ago in a different video. If we get Olise, that's absolutely massive. And if he's interested, we should get him. Now, watching AFCON, Olise, if he was choosing between the two, he'd pick Algeria if he wanted to win trophies and more success. You know, we beat Nigeria. We beat Nigeria again in the friendly a year after. We're looking very good in terms of prospective options. So Olise to Algeria could happen. There is stuff going on behind the scenes with that, let me tell you. Hopefully it materialises in time for the AFCON. But anyway, that is the end of this week's Algerian football show. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more. Of course, next time we will have the Niger preview, inshallah. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.